All right, guys, how the heck are you? I am Fastidious. We got three big things in this video, so let's get right into it. There are two new live promo codes in Watcher Realms. These are post-creator promo codes. So these are brand new, fresh codes, both of which have come out within the past 24 hours. On top of that, I am going to pick the winners of the 3 free account takeover giveaways. So this was a giveaway we hosted last week. We had 61 signups. I put them into the wheel of names. We will select 3 of them shortly. And then finally, the craziest news of all. If we go over here to the Watcher Realms official Discord, Forerunner, you know I don't usually talk about Forerunner patch notes because we don't know when they're arriving to us. We don't know in what incarnation, what version. This is too big. When it's too big, I have to cover it. The game is adding 3 new stages to each of the 3 main gear raids. So Gear Raid 1, Gear Raid 2, and Gear Raid 3 will have their max stage increased from stage 21 to stage 24. This should be a really ridiculous development. It is happening in Forerunner just 48 hours after this video. I've already reached out to some Forerunner friends about figuring out a way to stream that for you Friday night or Saturday morning. It's going to be a crazy time. Also, guys, as you can see, we are very, very close, just 90 subscribers away from 26,000. So if you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. It means so much to me. Thank you. There's a lot to get into, so let's begin. Let's not start with the giveaway. Let's start with the promo codes. If you want these promo codes the second they go live, me and my moderating team, we are on top of it. The second it is known, within 5 or 10 minutes, it will be on my Discord, the Fast and the Fastidious. Just go over here, join it. We have, how are we doing on members? We have got 8,251 members. Awesome. We're headed towards 10,000. If you haven't joined yet, link in the description and the top pinned comment. You can just go over here to the announcement section, then click promo codes, and they will be shared immediately. So I guess this one was actually more like 36 hours ago, but we had one, R-Type shared it, Harvest 25 Joy, and then just later on yesterday, Viceroy shared Festive Bless 25. So let's go ahead and see what those give us. Let's see if I can remember them. Yes, okay, Harvest 25 Joy, that will be our first code. And the second one is Festive Bless 25. So let's go here, Festive Bless 25. I don't know what these give. I'm about to find out with you right now. Go to your mailbox over here. So the first one is one huge stamina pot, solid. Let's claim it. The second one is pretty crazy, a legendary skill crystal and a rare summon. That is pretty significant value. Very happily, we will claim that. So there are 2 fresh live promo codes. You can see at the time of filming, they're completely working. These are both less than 2 days old. Go get those amazing, amazing freebies. All right, if you don't know, I do have another channel. And through that channel, we did a takeover giveaway. So I highly suggest you check out my other channel. I really would appreciate the support. It is Fastidious Gaming. You can see we're just over 12,500 subscribers. So what is that? A quarter of the way to 50K, an eighth of the way to 100K. We're doing pretty good. I just passed 104 videos. Well, no, I just passed 100 videos. I have 104. But basically, I had a couple steps people could do based off of a video where you could enroll in a free takeover. So yeah, check that out. I think in the future, I will have takeover giveaways a little more formal like this. I don't think it's going to be like, hey, answer this question in the comments. It might be that, but maybe a couple other steps. Because I liked how this kind of weeded out the people that didn't really want the takeover. In the end, we had good participation. I made a special channel on the Discord, and we had a lot of people, but not insane. I don't know. You can see it goes on for a while. But the gist of it is 61 people signed up. So shout out to Amir H through Techno. And because it was a little harder to participate, maybe not harder, but there was more steps, there were less participants. So now these guys all have a pretty good chance, right? They all have a 3 out of 61 chance. So 5% chance each, basically, that they're going to win the takeover. Much, much better than normal. So I like this. I feel like these guys are getting a better opportunity to win the takeover than they typically would. You can take my word for it. I just copy and pasted this list in here. I'll just do it again if you want to see. And put it into this wheel of names. There you go. We got our 61 entries, 61 participants. Let's spin it, and let's see who wins it. We're picking 3 winners, remember. And the first winner is, wow, that is tough to beat Jablomi. Alflex is the first winner. Let's bold this here. Alflex. Wow. There's an Afflex. Alfex, excuse me. That was like, really looked like it was going to land on Jablomi or whatever the other name was. So sorry, sir. Look how close that was. Well, now Alfex is gone. Okay, let's roll it again. We've removed Alfex from the pool. Let's see who is the winner here. Very close again. Okay, so it's Meneses Diomedes. Meneses Diomedes. That is a unique name. But I see him in chat a lot, so good member of the channel. Thanks for participating. Congratulations on winning. Both of these were like about to land on the other name. So sorry to Tiger Shadow, just missed you. All right, our third and final giveaway. And we'll stream these within the week. This will go to, does Jablomi get redemption? No, he doesn't. And again, it's always right in the middle. TG Sidolphus. All right. So I'll reach out to you guys. Another good thing about how we've done it this way is now I know all these people's Discords, so I can just reach out to them directly pretty fast. So congratulations to you three. We'll be in touch, within 24 hours to schedule something this week. All right, the big, crazy thing, right? If you want to stay on top of this, you can go here to the Watcher Realms Discord. There's always game news, server news. You can enroll in Forerunner server news. And if you don't know, Forerunner was the old beta server that they continued once the game went global. So the beta continued and they just rebranded it as Forerunner, and they get events and new things, patches, content, usually a little bit before us. It foreruns the global server and the Asia server. Those are the main public servers. You can join Forerunner once in a while. There'll be a notice in game. To be honest, it's kind of a forgotten server, but it is great when moments like this happen because this is a pretty huge piece of content. There's a lot of decent things in this update, so I want to take you through it really quickly, but the highlight obviously is going to be Gear Raid 1, Gear Raid 2, and Gear Raid 3 getting stage 22, 23, and 24. That is just really exciting. But the first thing's pretty exciting too. People always ask me when I'm on the Fastidious test server, I'm sure it's the same with other content creators on their test server account. People are always asking, who is that one chick we don't know? Who's that one character I don't recognize? And it's Numera. So Numera is a piercer fighter. She really looks like she should have a bond skill with Yovar. They share a ton of lore. As of now, she doesn't. However, you can see part of the reason she didn't come, she's not bad, but she wasn't like super amazing and exciting. She came to Forerunner many months ago, but now she's getting a big update on Forerunner, a rework, a new faction, all this stuff. It makes me think she's getting closer to coming to global. They might have been holding off on releasing her globally because they just didn't think she was up to snuff, but you can see a lot of stuff happening here. She's now going to be dual factions, so Piercer and Esotericist, which I believe is like Piercer and Esotericist. I think it's just her and Lily. The Epic Lily, I think, is the same dual faction membership. Then we've got some resets on skills, some reworks. Everything's adjusted here, so it's completely fresh. I'm not going to dive too deep into this. We'll talk about it when it's confirmed she's coming to global. But kind of crazy. The talent is adjusted. Poison Branch here. This is a passive. Another kind of Toxic Surge passive. Additional thing. There's just like the whole kit's getting a makeover. New Awakenings as well. Ignoring magic res for a magic damage dealer is just crazy on an A1. She should be a lot stronger. Now we've got some optimization to two of our favorites in the game, right? Lyra is getting a visual optimization, and then Daochan is getting a nice little change here. So you can see it says full skill optimization. Let's see, what is the difference? I see. Okay, so previously she would apply the penetration boost to the two when she's in her black mode, her increased damage mode. She would provide penetration and damage boost to the allies in range with the highest attack, the two allies in range. And later on, if you have her, I believe it's A5, it's the three allies, A3 or A5. However, now they're adding a qualification, the two other non-healers. So that's pretty dang cool, right? Because if you're running her with a mage and a healer in range, for example, let's say there's two mages and a healer. Healers like Ezrin or Artemis, or a good example, Eloin, have really high attack, where mages might have lower attack, or maybe if it's an epic DPS would have a lower attack. So the penetration would be placed on the healer, which I guess in Artemis's case would help, but in every other case is useless. Now they're adding a qualification here that it can't land on healers. That's pretty great. And now we've got another optimization where summons or traps interfere with commander heroes' deployments on occupied tiles. So they're talking about, if like Sung Wukong has his guy there, or Eloin summon, if Cuke puts out a trap, I puts out a crystal. Now heroes can be deployed on tiles occupied by their summons or traps. That's pretty interesting. It will force the trap to disappear or the summons to die or be removed, but that is an interesting, unique thing. It also applies to the Wailing Skull artifact summon. So that could be really good for any times where Wailing Skull, that summon can affect the, an auto, like if automatically they go to place somewhere, but then on that RNG run, the Wailing Skull little minion was placed there. Interesting. Honor's Gauntlet. This isn't something we have yet, but this is kind of exciting. So Honor's Gauntlet is like the real-time arena. They're making more adjustments to it. So this is like how they're supposed to use the Forerunner, right? They're perfecting things. They're working on things. So hopefully that means it's getting closer to coming to the global server and the Asia server. Now we've got some skill balance adjustments. It says not so fast. Effect adjusted to, let's see, what is this? Oh, I see what this is. This has to do with the Honors Gauntlet. These are just modifiers for the Honors Gauntlet. You can see it's within that subsection. I was confused for a second. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for, the other section. 0.6 is the amazing part. It's amazing how something so huge they kind of tuck away. You'll see they're addressing the attack speed Raggen Interaction. Here they're talking about it as a display issue. This is a bug I reported. I hope it's an actual gameplay issue. I'm going to wait till I really go in on them until I've tested this, but I'm going to test this on Forerunner this weekend to make sure they've done the right thing. Finally, you'll see players will be marked as defeated and unable to take revenge after a certain number of attempts against the same opponent in PvP. That's pretty huge for people that are anti-boosting in the arena. Shout out to Jake Smash. I know that's a big cross he has borne. Then here, Demon Soldiers are now available in the Awakening shop. You must own that Demon Soldier before purchasing it. I hope it's with Epic Awakening coins because we really need more things to spend those on. Now there's some weird attack code resolution thing for channel filtering. That's fine. Hyperlink functionality for attack codes. This is for Guild Wars kind of stuff. And then here we go. They've added floors 22, 23, 24 to the three main gear raids, Gear Raid 1, Gear Raid 2, Gear Raid 3. This is just a step in a great direction. Hopefully they're pretty fresh. If you remember when they added Artifact Material Raid 19, 20, 21, and 22, it used to stop at 18. Those were like new maps, right? And had new interactions. I hope these are fresh and difficult and they've got great rewards. Like I thought they handled the Artifact Material Raid stuff perfectly. So I hope the same. This is also kind of huge, so we have to talk about this, and then I'll circle back to the Gear Raid thing with my final thoughts. But here they're adding phase 6. Right now we have 5 phases. They're adding a 6th phase to Tower of Deception, a joint assault from Tengu and her demonic forces. So it sounds like a fresh interaction, not just a recycled map. I think a lot of us, definitely myself included, have been incredibly disappointed with the Tower of Deception. They are literally rerunning campaign stages. Full stop. Spectral Rift stages. It is the exact same maps, the exact same number of enemies, the exact same enemies you face. Nothing's changed. It feels really lame and recycled. It seems like they're just going to continue to work on this, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, give them a little grace while they work out the kinks. Now you see they've improved the description for Demon Soldier affiliation. This is kind of a huge one, number 9 here, very pay to win, I would assume. We'll see what it looks like. They're increasing the bonus provided by awakened legendary lords to affiliated Demon Soldiers. So if you don't know right now, when you affiliate a legendary lord, the amount of BP lent to that demon soldier is more than it is originally listed. So it's like 1.05 multiplier, 1.08, depending on the awakenings. It looks like it's going to be more now. If this is significant, this is like Whale Wars, right? It's like, hey, if you don't have a bunch of A3, A4, A5 legendary lords, not going to help too much for your Demon Soldier affiliation. So already is an issue, right? Everyone, all the crazy Krakens and Guild Wars people going nuts for Yovar and Ingrid, not just because they're good heroes, but they're great for BP. This could create a whole frenzy. Finally, you'll see an independent loadout for Abyss 1 in the Drake's Chasm Guild Boss 1. So it's like when you set up your Abyss 1 team, then when you go into Nightmare 4, right now it's the same team. Very likely use different teams. So the team setup that's loaded in there will be different. The final thing I want to say, this feels like it's coming soon. Like, I feel like this should be coming by June at the latest, if not in the next May update. You know, if it's fully ready to go, and assuming it's well received on Forerunner, which I think it would be, I don't see how this isn't coming very, very soon, right? Abyss was a quick turnaround. Artifact Material Raid back in the day was a quick turnaround. If these floors are ready, this is going to be real exciting content. I think we can really be excited, and that's why I wanted to cover it now. So obviously right now, every change I just discussed is exclusive to Forerunner, but I think we can be optimistic, tentatively optimistic, that it will come soon. So let's wait and see. I really hope this is like a smash success. Like I said, I've reached out to a couple friends that have Forerunner accounts. You can actually see right here. This is a group chat I'm in with Arcturus and Sebastian Canes, two content creators that have Forerunner accounts. So I'll be in touch with them. I'll go see what they said. Otherwise, there's a couple other people I could get in touch with. But I promise either Friday night or probably most likely Saturday morning, I will be streaming some great Forerunner Gear Raid 1, 2, and 3, stage 22, 23, and 24 content. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember the codes. If you want your sweet, sweet freebies, the codes are going to be Harvest 25 Joy and Festive Bless 25. And then we've got our three big winners, Alphex, Menezes, Diomedes, and TG Sidolphus. Thank you, guys. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, please subscribe to the channel, share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.